السيد بيت هيربوت سفير مملكة بلجيكا. أنا واقف قدام بيته، ودائما في رحلة مع السفير راح نتعرف عليه شخصيا، راح نتعرف على عائلته، وراح ياخذنا إلى بلجيكا علشان نتعرف على فصولها الأربعة وأبرز معالمها. بعد ما رحب فينا سعادة السفير البلجيكي في الكويت، ومن البيت تمشينا وخذينا في مرافق البيت تحديدا، وصلنا الحين لمقابلة، وهذه المقابلة هي عبارة عن نص الرحلة راح نتكلم فيها عن أبرز المعالم الخاصة والفصول الأربعة اللي متعودين من خلال الاسترسال في أسئلتنا في برنامج مع السفير. للمرة الثانية نرحب بسعادة السفير، شكرا على حسن الاستقبال. وبداية كالعادة نبي ناخذ في هذه الرحلة نتكلم عن الفصول الأربعة في بلجيكا وأبرز معالم بلجيكا علشان المشاهد يستفيد.
أهلا وسهلا في سفرة
أهلا
بلجيكا.
فيك، شكرا.
It's a pleasure to be here with you, and I would like to say something to your first question about my country.
Yeah.
Belgium is a country in the center of Europe. It's a kingdom. It's a country with what we call a moderate climate. So in winter it gets quite cold, but not too cold. In summer it gets hot, but not as hot as here.
Yeah.
So
this is sure.
The seasons are different. We have 4 seasons, sometimes quite humid. So Belgium is a very green country as well. The people in Belgium, we have around 11 million Belgians. Most of them speak French or Dutch. Actually, Dutch is spoken by 6 million people, French by 4.5 million, and also some German. But of course, in a capital like Brussels, a lot of English is spoken as well. Brussels is not just the capital of Belgium, it's also the capital of the EU, European Union. We have the NATO headquarters there, so it's a very important capital with a lot of diplomats and a lot of people visiting.
Good. إذا بنتكلم أيضا غير الفصول الأربعة اللي تكلمنا عنها، القراءة والثقافة والأدب جزء مهم لانعكاس كل دولة إن كان بعيدا عن السياحة. فمنو حضرتك سعادة السفير اللي أنت من المثقفين اللي يعجبونك في بلجيكا وتقرأ لهم الكتب؟
Well, when we talk about Belgian culture, about Belgian writers, Belgian books, we used to have a lot of great writers in French, but also in Dutch, which are the main languages. And if I would personally go for the first experience with Belgian literature, you could go with someone like Georges Simenon. He wrote detective novels. He was one of the most prolific writers, I think, in any language. He wrote hundreds of books, and it's something to discover. His main character was Commissioner Maigret. Many of his books have been also turned into films. On the Flemish side, on the Dutch side, you also have some great writers. My favorite one would be Willem Elschot, who has written in a very surgical, dry style. I think that would be a good discovery of Belgian literature. But we have more recent writers as well, both in French and in Dutch, and you can discover them also in translation.
Okay. والطرب اللي موجود، يعني احنا كل ما نروح دولة ممكن نشوف صور مثقفين، صور شخصيات سياسية مشهورة، لكن أيضا للمطربين، بما أن في فانز للمطربين فأكيد لهم قاعدة جماهيرية كبيرة. منو من المطربين سعادة السفير يحب يسمع من المطربين الموجودين في بلجيكا؟ وإن كان هناك، وهذا سؤال أنا دائما أسأله السفراء، إن كان هناك أغنية معينة تذكر فيها سعادة السفير في دولته في بلجيكا.
Well, if we talk about music
Yeah.
and artists that are still performing, then you could, of course, think of someone like Stromae, who is Belgian. He has been very successful over the last years. He's one of the most famous.
His name?
Stromae.
Stromae.
Stromae. You can hear him. He sings in French. He was the first, I would say, new generation Belgian artist, because he was also discovered on YouTube. One of his most famous songs was Alors on danse. I think I heard it here in Kuwait. You know, it's a very catchy tune. But if you think of older music, then we have Jacques Brel, who he sang in French as well. He's one of the most successful artists in the French music scene. But we have many others as well, both on the Flemish side in the north. We have bands like Deus. They are more alternative rock. You can see them at many different festivals. And then we had a very famous jazz artist. His name was Toots Tillemans. He was Belgian, but also American. He passed away just 2 years ago. He was in his 90s, and he was still performing towards the very end of his life.
Good.
He played the harmonica. He's a beautiful artist, and maybe you will hear some of his music and think, this is Toots Tillemans.
How about sport? What's your favorite sport?
Sports.
And what's your favorite team?
If we think about sports in Belgium, we think about mainly two sports. There's cycling and there's football.
Yeah.
Now, cycling, Belgium has one of the best cyclists in the world. I think the all-time great, Eddy Merckx. I think he's now in his 70s. He won the Tour de France 5 times. He has been world champion. He has won the Tour of Italy. But the other sport that people like is football. The Belgian national team is going to be part of the World Cup.
Yeah.
I think we have one of the best teams we ever had. I hope that my Kuwaiti friends can also support Belgium, because we are a bit like Kuwait. We're not the biggest country, but we love football, and for this time we're very good at it. My personal favorite player is Kevin De Bruyne. He plays for Manchester City. They almost won the league, the Premier League, but it's a matter of time.
Okay.
And in Belgium, my own team, my hometown team, is Bruges.
In Belgica.
In Belgium. Bruges. And they're now top of the league. I hope they will win it. Some 8 games to play, and they have 6 points ahead of the other teams. So we'll see.
Okay. You know about the team in Kuwait? Football Kuwait team?
I know that...
the name Arabi or Qadsiya or Kuwait?
I have heard about the teams, I've seen the stadiums, but I haven't had the opportunity to go and watch a game. I also know that Kuwait is back in...
you visit the Stadium Jabir?
I have seen it on my way, I think it was on my way to Jahra. I saw it on the 6th.
Around 6,
Exactly.
Okay. How about your old friends؟ نتكلم عن أصدقائك اللي عاشرتهم من بداية أيام دراستك وما زالوا مستمرين. هل ما زال مستمر سعادة السفير بالتواصل معهم؟ لأن في وجود السوشيال ميديا يعني.
Well, my old friends, I still am in touch with them. Of course, many of my old friends are in Belgium. Some of them live in other places as well. I have friends in the United States. I have friends in Germany. I have friends in the United Kingdom. My generation is already part of the generation that traveled. Many people in Europe, they study in other countries. They don't necessarily stay in Belgium. But those who are in Belgium, I stay in touch with them. As you mentioned, social media is a great help.
Like a Twitter or...
I'm more
Facebook.
Facebook. Most of my friends are on Facebook, and recently I discovered Instagram because in Kuwait we have
Ambassador, you have good time for this social media.
It's very good here. I mean, and social media are very well developed, especially Instagram here in Kuwait. because people take very nice pictures, and there's so many nice buildings to see and things to catch on a picture. So yes, it's nice to be part of that generation.
هذه أبلغ إجابة للي يقول ما عندي وقت. إذا سعادة السفير عنده أشغال الدبلوماسية وعنده زيارات الرسمية بالكويت وما زال متواصل مع أصدقائه أيام الدراسة. راح نتكلم عن أمور كثيرة بعد الفاصل. جزئية أيام الطفولة وأصدقاء الطفولة نبتدي فيها مع سعادة السفير. في هذه المرحلة احنا في مرحلة أيام قبل. إذن راح نتكلم عن دراسة سعادة السفير وين كانت البداية في دولتك في بلجيكا، وممكن من ثم انتقلت لدولة أخرى لاستكمال دراستك.
Well, most of my studies I did in Belgium, in the University of Leuven, which is one of the oldest in Europe. It was founded in 1425. I studied law and philosophy there, but I also studied abroad. I studied in Germany. I studied law in Germany, and I studied in London, where I did my Masters of Law after my studies in Belgium. This is typical for European students. They travel.
Only 3 countries, Belgica and Germany?
Yes, only 3 countries, but I studied in the south of Belgium and in the north, so in Dutch and in French.
Yeah.
So it is only 3 countries, but...
Actually 4 countries. Not 4 countries.
It's 4 languages.
4 languages, okay.
Exactly.
Good. انزين إذا بتكلم أيضا عن سعادة سفير، أكيد لكل شخص دعم دائما يكون من الأهل. فإحنا في هذا السؤال تحديدا نتكلم عن دور الوالدين، الوالد مع الوالدة، your father and your mother، بخصوص صقل هذه الموهبة. في ناس تقول والله أنا ما كنت أتوقع بيوم من الأيام أن ابني يكون سفير لدولة معينة ويمثل دولته في دول أخرى كشخصية دبلوماسية.
Well, obviously my father and mother are still living in Belgium, and of course when you are a diplomat, you travel. My first posting was in Vietnam, so they got used to the fact that I'm quite far away.
Okay.
What makes it even more difficult, of course, if you travel with children, then the children are very far from the grandparents. But my parents already visited me here in Kuwait, and they were very, very impressed with the kindness and the hospitality of the people. So they will come back, and I don't have to insist. They will spontaneously come, probably before it gets very hot. But it's nice to be abroad and then travel back to your own country. But it's also nice for your relatives to come to where you are.
حلو. أنت تكلمت عن أن أنت انتقالك للكويت ورجعتك من الكويت. طيب هذا يجرني للسؤال. دائما أي شخص يروح لدولة ممكن يحط بباله نمط معين لهذه الدولة ويكتشفها تالي. شنو اللي كان موجود في ذهن سعادة السفير لما يسمع عن الكويت أو يقرأ عن الكويت أو يشوف بالتلفزيون عن الكويت؟ كان حاط بباله شغلة عن الكويت. شنو كنت تتوقع قبل لا تي الكويت؟
Well, of course, Kuwait, if you have not been here before, you have heard of Kuwait, and like many people of my generation, one of the first things I heard about Kuwait was, of course, the occupation and the liberation of Kuwait. I remember when I was a student at that time that I felt a lot of solidarity with the Kuwaiti people, very spontaneously. Belgium is a small country, surrounded by big neighbors. We know exactly how it feels. Also in our history, we have a history of being occupied. So that's one of the things I remember about Kuwait. Of course, I know that Kuwait is also a country of long history, a country of trade, a country of natural resources. And now I know that there are even more things to discover here since we got here.
Good. بما أنك انتقلت للكويت واختلاطك مع الشعب الكويتي والمجتمع الكويتي تحديدا، أهل الكويت نفسهم، شنو اللي التمسته من أهل الكويت؟ شنو اللي شفته فيهم، خصوصا أنا لك زيارات خاصة، حتى أن أي سفير قابلته كان يقول أنا ممكن أروح ديوانية.
Well, now that I'm here in Kuwait, of course, there are many things that I like to do with the people in Kuwait. We have always been very well received since we got here. We already have the pleasure of counting quite a few Kuwaiti people among our friends. People here are very hospitable. They like to meet other people.
Yeah.
They also like to share what they have with their guests. So for us, it is a pleasure to be here amongst our Kuwaiti friends and to discover the nice things in life, often around a nice meal.
أنا قاعد أشوف التحضيرات صارت موجودة في طاولة الطعام، وناطرنا الأكل البلجيكي. هذا البارت الأخير خلوه بروحه، لكن عندي سؤال أخير بيسأله سعادة السفير. رغم انشغال الحياة إلا أن هناك وقت حق البيت، وقت حق النفس، الواحد يعطي للنفس هذه لأن النفس لوامة. فبتكلم عن وقت الفراغ، الويكند الخاص في سعادة السفير في الكويت، شو يسوي في الكويت؟
Well, of course, this is the best season to discover Kuwait because now the temperatures are very pleasant. So what we like to do in the weekends, sometimes we go shopping, you know, you have many nice shopping malls, but now we take advantage of the good weather to do things outside. So we have been to the desert, of course, which is nice, the camping.
But in winter, not in summer.
In winter, of course, because in summer we try to stay inside as much as possible.
Yeah.
And then we go to the shopping malls. But now in this season and in the winter season, we did spend a lot of time outside. We also went to the chalets of our Kuwaiti friends at the coast. We like to go to cultural events because now there's a boom, a cultural boom of many events in Kuwait. You have the new museum that was just opened. You also have the opera and the Jabr Ahmed Cultural Center. I was there this morning. You have many nice things to do in the evening, but also with the children, we like to go to places during the day. There are many good places for children as well. You know, a lot of activities they can do. They can do crafts. They can do adventures. So really, for families.
You go cinema in Kuwait?
We have been to the cinema, but we try to find the right movie because there's always discussion. Which movie for the children or for us?
Okay.
But you have many nice theaters, especially in the big commercial complexes. So that's always pleasant. Yes.
Okay. Very nice. راح ناخذ بريك صغير وبعدها ننتقل لمائدة الطعام ونتكلم عن الأكل البلجيكي. أتشرف بأني أكون موجود مع عائلة السيد بيت هيربوت سعادة السفير مملكة بلجيكا في الكويت تحديدا في مائدة طعام جدا طيبة إن شاء الله. لكن قبل كل هذا بما أني مع العائلة زوجة سعادة السفير مو حاطة لك مايك مو موجودة وأطفال سعادة السفير الثلاثة. نبي نتكلم بداية سعادة السفير مع تكوين الأسرة، أمر جميل جدا خصوصا بانتقالك وهم الداعم الأساسي لك في هذه الحياة. كلمنا عن أسرتك.
Well, it's nice to have you now with the entire family. This is where we also have dinner and lunch. And so here my wife Royce and my 3 daughters who have joined me on...
Hi girls! Hello!
On my posting in Kuwait. They're going to school in French in Salmiya in the French lycée. And they speak some Arabic, so maybe they can answer some questions.
Speak Arabic? Marhaba.
A little bit, but the children they speak some more because they have Arabic in school also.
Okay, very nice. نبي نتكلم الحين عن دخول سعادة السفير للمطبخ. هذا الأكل أنا متأكد إنه هو اللي مسويه، لكن بما أن أنت درست برا، يعني دراستك كانت في جيرماني ولندن ودرست أيضا في بلجيكا، لما نتكلم عن دخولك المطعم أو عفوا المطبخ، هل أنت من الشخصيات اللي تدش المطبخ وتطبخ ولا لا؟
Well, as a Belgian, I like food. I like to be around my national food sometimes, and I have been known to cook every now and then. So the kitchen is not a strange place for me. We like certain dishes in Belgium, and I can tell you a little bit about the food that we have.
أوكي. نتكلم، ما عندي مشكلة. لما نتكلم عن الأطباق البلجيكية اللي موجودة قدامنا، وكل واحدة هي عبارة عن شنو واسمها. Start here.
Well, we have here a typical Belgian beef stew. We like meat. This is beef stew that traditionally we eat with fries. So you can see the Belgian fries. Belgian fries rather than French fries. Even the French would admit that we are, the country of the fries. So we like them. We fry them twice. That's the secret to a good fry. You have to fry them twice. And we eat them with mayonnaise. So beef stew, fries and mayonnaise. Freshly made, homemade mayonnaise.
Good. This is mayonnaise but homemade, yeah?
It's homemade.
Okay.
It's homemade. You eat it with the fries. You can also eat it with salads, of course, but we like our mayonnaise in Belgium.
How about this?
This is something that you can use with the soup. We made some soup of the Belgian national vegetable. This is it. It's called the Belgian Endive. It's a vegetable that you find, under the ground.
Okay.
You can make salads. They're quite famous for salads. But we make soup of them.
أقدر أقصه بس.
This is raw, so you can try it. And
like this, yeah?
Yeah. This is, if you try it, it's quite bitter. The leaves are, but if they are cooked, then they become a lot.
Like this.
Yeah.
Okay. هذا مو مطبوخ fresh وهذا مطبوخ.
Exactly. And then you have the soup.
Okay.
And the soup is very creamy and tasty. It's the Belgian national vegetable. We love it, and you can find it here in Kuwait. So
موجود بالكويت. Yeah.
everything that we have made, we used the products that we could find in Kuwait.
Good. Sweet.
Belgian waffles, very famous Belgian waffles. These waffles have been made by my wife today.
Okay. Thank you.
They are especially from a place called Liège. Liège is a city in the south, and they have sugar inside. So I can really recommend them to try them. Desserts are a weakness of most Belgian people, and these are also typical Belgian desserts.
Yeah.
This is the chocolate mousse with Belgian chocolate, dark chocolate. We like our chocolate dark.
Dark chocolate.
Yes.
Famous in the chocolate Belgium is famous one.
Exactly.
Around the world.
Exactly. Thank you. These are from my hometown of Bruges. Every city has them, but especially if you go to Brussels, Antwerp, Ghent, Bruges, there are many shops, and most of them are small shops. Artisanal chocolatiers, they make them there in their shop, and then you buy...
Chocolate, Belgian chocolate, is expensive or?
Not in Belgium.
Not in Belgium. Yeah, okay.
And even here, it's not the most expensive, but of course, if you go to a specialty shop, sometimes, they get more expensive.
There is some more famous food in Belgica. يعني لو بنتكلم عن الأكل الخاص في بلجيكا تحديدا، أنا بقولها بالعربي، في أكل مرتبط بمناسبات، في أكل مشهور جدا في بلجيكا غير اللي موجود في الطاولة.
One of the famous dishes that is not here is the seafood. Belgians like seafood, especially in summer they eat a lot of seafood, but in winter they would also eat mussels. Mussels, the clams that you find in the sea, they're very popular, and then they also eat it with fries once again. Some of the more traditional dishes, for instance, around the end of the year, New Year,
no,
people...
beef with fries, and also the
with
seafood
with
fries. Yeah.
Also shrimp. We have special shrimp, we call it the grey shrimp.
Yeah.
That is not so easy to find, and people love it. They eat it raw, they eat it cooked. It's very nice.
How about Kuwaiti food? Did you like it?
Kuwaiti food, I've had quite a few Kuwaiti meals with Kuwaiti friends, and
Your wife can cook Kuwaiti food?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
that will happen. We have our chef. He's quite good at Kuwaiti food. The dishes with rice and the meat, and also
متبوس لحم. We will start, but وصلنا للنهاية. لازم نختم مع بعض. Thank you very much, Ambassador, for this interview. حابة أوصل بالنهاية مسج خاص أن دائما في برنامج رحلة مع السفير أن نقدر نتكلم عن الأمور مثل ما كانت في البداية، الفصول اللي كانت، وبعدين دشينا بيور حق شخصية سعادة السفير، وهذا احنا وصلنا للختام مع عائلة سعادة السفير في الكويت. كذي وصلنا للنهاية. نشوفكم حلقة قادمة. عاد خلونا الحين نبلش أكل. أوكي؟ we'll start 3 2 1 يلا.